Coffeezilla is at it again, exposing the finance YouTubers yet again for promoting another financial product that got people hurt. And this one, I actually used directly. It's Yotta Bank. I think it's a bank, maybe not anymore. But this was supposed to be this like gamification of savings where where you could save money and get these lottery tickets, and you would get prize drawings based on how much you saved, would be how much tickets you have. And it was honestly did pretty well to make money, make interest, back when rates were not as high as they are now. Now that rates are higher, it's not really good to keep any money there. So I took all my money out and put it into a high yield accounts that were actually paying like 4 or 5%. So I guess I got out just in time. Not really just in time. This just started happening, but apparently Yotta is freezing people's money.
Daniel, my wife and I, our family has 18,000 in Yotta that we can't get out.
Over $60,000 frozen up in Yotta.
$15,440.06 frozen in Yotta.
$7,270.60 frozen.
$583.
$98,000 frozen in Yotta.
94,000, give or take, frozen.
So this is actually insane to see, all these people saying that their money is frozen in Yotta, that they cannot take it out, which no one would have expected to happen. It was supposed to be a bank, FDIC insured. Usually you don't have to worry about any of this stuff, right? It's this, you think it's a bank. Apparently, though, Coffeezilla explains it in this video. I don't think I'll show it, but that basically there is some sort of partnership. Synapse or something has a partnership where they basically route the information from Yotta to the bank that's actually the bank they use. That's what's FDIC insured, not Yotta. So basically they shut down that link there. And now if you had money, it's frozen because they're frozen out of the ledger, and these two companies can't agree on what the ledger looks like or what the data is supposed to be. So everyone is just stuck in limbo, I guess, until things actually, somehow fix themselves, I guess. But it's insane to see that people got burned, or hopefully people get their money, but obviously time is important. This is people's savings, right? This can be emergency funds. This is money that people might need to pay monthly bills, rent and stuff. It's a savings account after all. So, it's insane that Yotta went down this way. And I think just like everybody, or the vast majority of people, the way I heard about Yotta and started looking into it and got involved in it is because of Graham Stephan.
Lottery through YouTubers, where you'd get a lottery ticket by saving money rather than spending it. It's called gamified savings, and some took it beyond a sponsorship and bought equity in the company because they liked the idea that much. The most viral example of this was Graham Stephan, who claimed that I bought a bank.
I decided to invest an undisclosed amount, and now I can officially say I am a small owner in Yotta Bank.
Now these videos are deleted, as Yotta has become more than a harmless savings app.
So there we have it, right? Graham Stephan, obviously, that video, I guess, being deleted is insane. Like, why delete it? Just make a video talking about it. Say, this happened. I didn't know this was going to happen. They've now turned into this. I don't support them. Even though if you have, equity in the company, you can still say that. The equity can go to $0 grand, will be fine, right? Doesn't matter. But stop running away from the problems and address things head on. Like, make a video, talk about it, explain it, say what happened. Just don't run away from it. That never makes sense to me, why people always just decide to delete stuff and pretend it didn't happen. Obviously, it's the internet. You're just hoping people's attention spans move on from whatever the topic at hand is. And that'll probably happen, right? We saw with FTX. We saw with all this stuff. All of these YouTubers made a ton of money promoting it. No one cares anymore. We've all moved on. People still watch their channels and everything. So here we are, second round, right? Graham Stephan going even further into this bank thing, which this one, you might be able to give him more of a benefit of the doubt just because maybe, like most people, they think this is a bank, FDIC insured, it's safe, you can't lose money. But obviously the way this whole system works, people are losing, maybe not losing money yet, but are locked out of their money, which is just as bad. I think I would agree with Coffeezilla that at this point, if you're in finance YouTube, you should probably just stay away from finance companies and sponsorships, right? This is not something to delve into. It's not similar like being sponsored by VPN or by Manscaped or by these companies where you can get a product And that product, if they go out of business, you still have the product. It's all good. But if a financial company goes out of business and you have money with them, you have way more headaches. You could lose your money, be frozen out, could be years before you recover anything. It's so much worse being in that situation than if you have a product and the company goes out of business. You can't buy the product anymore, but you already have it. It works. But for me, I actually looked, because I had a Yotta account. I moved all my money out. I guess, thank God we got out of there that quick. But this is my transaction history that I didn't even know. I guess I had like $3 left in Yotta here. And you can see they just ate it all away over a couple of months. This is last year, 2023. But the small balance fee, because there was $3 in there, they just ate it away over a few months. They took the money and, I don't know, took in a small balance fee. I think that's kind of crazy just because I've never had this happen with anything else. I have an Ally account that I used to use when they had better interest rates. I guess they're competitive, but I use Apple savings now. But Ally, I have like $16 in there. They've never taken a small balance fee and eat away this money. It just sits there, and they're good with that. So I guess there's more things to look at, that maybe this company is just not like the tip top best of the best, right? And it's crazy that we're going through this yet again, but hopefully people start to realize that you should not listen to people on the internet about your money, because they do not have your best interest at heart. They always have their own best interest, their own pockets' best interest at heart. So there's one thing we could all take away from this, is that do not trust, finance YouTubers. Don't trust any YouTubers about any product, right? You shouldn't buy anything because someone is sponsored by it and says to, because ultimately they're only saying that to make money. Do they actually mean it? There's no way to actually know. Especially with financial insurance, financial companies, you have to make sure that you're safe, because if you're not, you take on a ton of risk. If you lose your money, if you have your savings in a company and it goes under and you lose access to that, that could be life-changing, life-threatening. If you're missing these mortgage payments, rent payments, not able to do this stuff, if it's an emergency fund and an emergency comes up, usually that's when the worst things happen, is when it's the worst time to. Nothing ever happens when it's a good time, right? So being locked out of a emergency fund or your savings is never a good thing. And it's just goes to show, like, we cannot trust what happens on the internet, because no one has your best interest at heart. But hopefully this Coffeezilla video brings some attention to it. I know he said in that video he wanted to get people, get attention so that this whole thing can be situated, because ultimately it's just a dispute between two companies disagreeing on data points. And that should be, they should, make that happen, because it doesn't matter what your little dispute is. Figure it out, get it fixed, and get people access to their money. That should be priority number one, not arguing about whose data set's right and which one's wrong. So we should figure this out, get it done quick, and get people access to their money. That's going to do it for this video. As always, don't forget to smash the button and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in my next video.